Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we are going to go over your online presence audit. So, we will be going over all things to enhance your presence online. Before we get started, there's a couple things that I do need to mention. And the first is that we appreciate you being here, but since this program is optional and discusses best practices for your consideration, that if you're thinking of adopting any of them, please make sure to review the requirements in your area or region with your branch manager, or broker, including those related to contacting consumers. So we do have to go over this little bit of legal first. And then also, we do want to highlight the importance of the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, better known as the TCPA. General rules are that it's okay to call people if they've recently given you their phone number, but remember to check the do not call list, so those DNC lists, checking them regularly if you haven't spoken to that person or if you haven't contacted that lead in a while. You'll also want to check the DNC list anytime that you don't have express permission. Just a reminder, automated calling or texting platforms should never be used. Pre-recorded messages and artificial voices should never be used. Keep in mind that you will be personally liable for any violations of the TCPA. We don't want that happening to you, so we do have to show this reminder just to keep that top of mind when you're thinking of marketing. We also have, for your convenience on desk, the Do Not Contact app. So if you see that button right there on desk, you sign on to desk and you click on Do Not Contact, you can type in the phone number to be checked, and that will go over federal, state, and anywhere advisors company do not call list. So always good to know that you do have that on desk if you have any questions about that number that you are contacting.
As a real estate agent, you can tap into AI tools like Microsoft Copilot, our recommended tool to create reports, presentations, emails, and marketing materials. It can help streamline tasks and boost efficiency. Remember, AI isn't always spot on, so it is essential you proof, read, and ensure the information is accurate, because ultimately you are responsible for the content. When using AI generated content, consider adding a disclosure, for example. Content generated with AI assistance. Also, stay compliant with copyright laws, ethical standards, and fair housing regulations. Lastly, exercise good judgment, protect confidential information, and review AI-generated content thoughtfully.
On the agenda today, we will cover getting started with your online presence. We're going to talk about social media, building SEO. I'll also give a live demo of something that you can use for your business to bump up that SEO. And then with the wrap up, we'll give you some additional resources to get going with supporting workshops. So the overview of this workshop, a strong online presence is essential in today's real estate market for building trust, attracting clients, and staying competitive. This session is going to walk you through auditing your digital footprint, identifying key platforms to focus on, and ensuring brand consistency. We're also going to share practical tips to boost social media engagement and drive more traffic to your website. So I'll go ahead and go over that in the demo today. The goal of this workshop is to help equip each agent with the tools and strategies needed to strengthen your digital presence by focusing on the most effective platforms, maintaining brand consistency, and increasing both website traffic and social media engagement. So let's talk about your value proposition. We're going to learn how to audit and enhance your online presence with practical strategies for social media, website engagement, and brand consistency. Key features will be the digital presence audit, platform prioritization, and website engagement strategy. So getting started with this workshop, the question that I have asked is, when did you last Google yourself? This is a great way to have a look at what the consumer is seeing when they've met with you, when they're thinking of you, when they have questions about you. So go ahead, type your name into Google and see what comes up when you Google yourself. The self-audit for this practice is going to be checking what your platforms look like, seeing what your profiles look like. So if you're going to Google coldwellbanker.com, coldwellbankerhomes.com, checking your Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn profiles, and then seeing how you appear also on real estate related websites like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. We want to make sure that we're looking for consistencies, making sure that your contact information is correct, that your bios are up to date, that your headshot is the most recent. We want you to build on your existing presence. So make sure when you Google yourself and you're going over these different platforms, make sure that each profile, people can tell that it's you by just looking at the surface. Remember, consistency is key with your online presence. So let's get social. Handle the names. Check that your social media handles and account names are consistent across platforms. You want to make sure that someone can tell from your handle and from your name on these platforms that it's you and that it is your business. You don't want them to have to second guess whether the profile that they're looking at is or isn't you. Also, make sure with your bio, review and update your bio reflecting your personal brand. Make sure that your license number is posted where applicable. And then engagement. This is super important. Implement strategies for creating engaging content and maintaining a regular posting schedule. As much as you're posting, you should also be engaging with anyone who is commenting or liking any of your content that you're putting out to your socials. It's a small thing, and yes, it is a task to do, but it does make a big impact on your profiles. So some supporting resources are going to be the social media content newsletter that delivers consistent content to your inbox on a weekly basis. If you have not signed up for this already, do not sleep on our social media content newsletter. This is put out by our social team. You can sign up for it on desk. And again, they are hand delivering content crafted for you as an agent from Coldwell Banker to post to your social pages, program to your social pages. Definitely make sure that you're signing up for that. They have lots of great things that come across that newsletter. We also have plenty of marketing workshops and self-paced classes. We have consistent templates available through Design Concierge. You can actually order branded content for you and your personal brand through that social starter set in Design Concierge. That's a very popular item with my region these days. We've placed quite a few orders for them and they look fantastic. So if you're seeing agents that have beautifully branded templates for their content, chances are they may have had that through Design Concierge. They look great. We also have lots of marketing workshops available. If you need some one-on-one support, next available is also a tile on desk that allows you to book some time with a field marketing specialist. We have joined coast to coast with all of our field marketing specialists where you can schedule some time with us where we will spend 20 to 30 minutes going over an individual topic and help you from start to finish. We also have some sessions available for strategy that are a bit longer. So definitely check that out on desk. And then, of course, our social media mastermind. This is one of my favorite series that we have. There are lots of great tips when it comes to social media. Make sure that you're signing up for those as well. So next we're going to talk about building SEO, making you more searchable on Moxie websites. So this is a little trick that I learned that I will give a demonstration on how to go about building something from your website that is going to drive more traffic. So again, on our website, we want to make sure that we're super consistent with things like our headshot, our bio, our social links, any banner photos or personal branding. Make sure that you're adding digital resources like the buyer guide, seller guide. We have lots of widgets and tools. Think Move Meter, things that you can add to your website just to make it a little more exciting and a little more interactive. And what I am going to go over in the demonstration is how to leverage AI to start a blog. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Log into Desk. And we're going to start right here. So I'm going to keep a couple tabs open on my screen. The first one I'm going to open up is going to be MoxieWorks because we are going to add a blog to the website. And then I'm also going to open up Microsoft Copilot. Copilot is our preferred AI platform. It does require you to sign in so that it keeps your information safe. And that is accessed from Office 365 on desk. So we're going to go ahead and click that tile. And then it was actually going to log us straight into Copilot and make that easy. So we'll go back to Moxie. So once we're in Moxie, we're going to go into my website. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my website. And one of the things I mentioned in my workshops is what I've experienced is a lot of agents are not using the blog feature. And why is that? Because most agents don't have time to write a blog. Blogging can be a lot of work. And from my experience, our agents are really busy with other things. So most of the agents I work with do not have time to write a blog. So it is the last feature they're probably going to use on their website. But I'm going to show you how to make it super easy and how to boost your SEO by adding that blog. I promise it's going to be super easy. So we're going to go over here and click on blog posts. And then we're going to do add new post. Okay. So from here, I'm going to go back to that tab on my browser where I have open Microsoft Copilot, and I'm going to ask Microsoft Copilot to please write a blog post about why fall is the perfect time to sell your home in New England. So I would make it specific. You don't have to. I'm going to make it specific just because, again, I want to boost my SEO. I want to tie things into my brand, my website, the areas that I serve. But that's going to be the prompt that I'm going to go ahead and use here. So I'm going to go ahead and click the little arrow, and let's see what Copilot has. And look at that. So for everybody that I've ever met with that definitely does not have the time to write a blog, Copilot has written this in seconds. So one of the most important things to mention with AI is you always want to make sure that you are proofreading, making sure that the information is correct and relevant to the audience that you are looking to put this in front of. But I'm going to take the text that's in here and I'm going to do a quick copy. And then we're going to go back to the web page and do a paste. So let me do a paste here. I like to take the subject just from that first line there, but you can certainly add any of your customizations and personalizations to yours. I think that looks pretty good there. The other thing that you want to do is make sure that over here you're adding some tags. So I'm going to put real estate, New England, home sellers, home buyers, real estate agent. Well, let's just add some tags to that. Over here, we can categorize it. Now I do have some categories in here already. We can also add a new category. So I'm going to add home selling as a category so I can keep this categorized in my blog. And then over here, this is going to give you a little preview of your SEO. So it's actually going to give you an analysis of the readability. It's going to give you some tips right here. So you can follow all of these little prompts here just to make yours more searchable. It's also going to give you, you can add in some focus key phrases, but this little tool is fantastic because it will give you all of this information of exactly what to do for SEO. So after you're done going through all these steps, you can just go ahead and click publish. And that blog post that may have taken a lot of your time in the past is already uploaded, published to your blog, and hopefully bumping up that SEO and driving more traffic to your website. So we have supporting resources on all of this. Definitely check out themarketingcatalog.com. That is your go-to resource. It's going to have live links to recorded workshops, live workshops, and links to next available. So again, we have those marketing workshops that you can sign up for. We have recorded workshops, and then we also have next available where you can make an appointment one-on-one with a field marketing specialist. So our next step and key takeaways, why don't we all have a look at our visibility online? Audit and align, review all of your online profiles to ensure accuracy, professionalism, and brand consistency. We want to make sure that we're all focusing efforts, identifying platforms where your audience is the most active, and committing to regular, high quality engagement. Optimize that website. Make sure that your website is up to date and include clear calls to action. Make sure that folks can find your contact information and make sure that it's easy for them to get in touch with you. Plan and post. Create simple content calendars, stay consistent and relevant on social media. And then engage authentically. I can't stress how important this is to respond to comments, messages, and reviews to build trust and visibility. It does take some participation, but I promise that will pay off.